up, everybody, and welcome back to Three-Sided Box Prediction Center here for the NFL Divisional Round Playoffs, baby. Woo! Eagles are back in action this week, so I'm back in it. I'm your host, David. This is Michael. His Raiders are out, so he dropped the jersey, but he's still rocking the silver and black-ish. So gray pants with black shirts, so you're kind of there. Actually, I have silver pants. You can borrow them. John Gruden. Greg Olsen. The Raiders are back again.
Yeah, I'm actually fucking excited. I'll give you that. We still suck, but you know what? At least we have a confident head coach that will not tolerate.
Hasn't coached in over 10 years, so we'll see how
offsides 10 plays in a row. So.
Yeah. Well. Anyways, exciting week of football last week. Titans pulled the upset. Who else won last week?
I'm so happy.
The Falcons won in LA. The Bills lost a snoozer, and the Saints won. So pretty cool week of football. A couple upsets, some interesting matchups. So let's move into the divisional round of the NFL. Before we start though, all your picks are down below in the description. Click on show more, whatever pick you want to hear, it's there with the time, so take you directly to your matchup that you want to listen in on. First matchup, my matchup. The Atlanta Falcons are heading into the city of brotherly love to face my Philadelphia Eagles. I cannot pick, it's our rule. Who do you got?
I'll be honest, Falcons impressed me last week. They played a really good team. I know the Rams are inexperienced, but they played a really good team, and they showed up and they shot the dagger in them when they had to, you know. And I give them a lot of credit for that. I did not expect that. The Eagles are coming off basically 2 bye weeks, I'll say.
More or less, yeah.
2 or 3 bye weeks, basically.
Two bye weeks. No, we didn't rest our guys in second last game, but the Cowboys game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, so you had a week off and then week there. Yeah, so it's 2 weeks. Yeah. So you should be well rested. Even though you don't have Carson Wentz, you guys are probably one of the better teams overall. Defensively, you got a monster defense. Should be a really good matchup. 2 birds playing.
Bird Bowl.
I know this is kind of like a decent rivalry historically. With that being said, it's a tough game. I think it's going to come down to a field goal or something like that. I'm going to roll with the Falcons. I'm hoping, to be honest, for an Eagles win, because I don't like the Falcons, and I like seeing new teams in it. But it just seems that they're really like determined to, you know, show the world, you know, that last Super Bowl was like not a fluke and it wasn't gonna hurt them. You know, the Super Bowl hangover is over. You know, like they broke the mold, you know, type of thing. You know, you know, kudos to them. They have a good team, but like I said, it should be an interesting matchup. I really do think it's like a 50-50 game. It really depends on how Nick Foles plays, though.
Well, it's not even Nick Foles. It's how aggressive the play calling will be. Are we gonna have these, you know, check down plays, you know, because we're scared to let Nick Foles let it loose because he might, you know, overthrow a couple passes. That's what I'm worried about. Our Jay's fresh, ready to go. He's gonna carry the load.
Also Blunt's there, right?
LeGarrette Blount. Dude, all of our running backs are fresh because we've been rotating all of them. And J.J. hasn't played in 2 weeks. He didn't even play he didn't dress for the Cowboys. So he's fresh, ready to go, and we already know that he's going to carry the load. So he's going to carry the load. We're going to have LeGarrette on 3rd down. We're going to have Corey Clement in there. I don't know if Small was going to dress. Probably not. I believe in Nick Foles. He's a proven winner. Okay, he's not a great quarterback. He might not even be starter caliber, but he is the best backup in football. I think we could all agree on that. And he's won games. He's killed your team. We saw that, and he has a playoff start, something Carson Wentz does not. And in a quarterback friendly offense, aka not Jeff Fisher, his numbers are amazing. Put him on Jeff Fisher's offense, he's terrible. Put him in Philadelphia and then Kansas City with 2 quarterback whisperers. He has a good year. So, and our defense, you know, Julio Jones usually kills us. It's like a thing he does. But Matt Ryan's only 1-3 against us, and he's from Philly. So, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think we definitely could win this game, but I also see your point where we definitely could lose this game. So. It's a coin flip with us. Our injuries have plagued us all year, and now it's like we're really gonna be put to the test. So, but if we could win, it's a pretty good measuring stick as how good we are. So, I'm hoping, obviously, fly goes fly. You got the Falcons, though, so we'll see what happens on Saturday. Let's move on to the AFC.
All right, so next up, our first AFC divisional round matchup is between the Tennessee Titans, who I'm very happy that they upset those Kansas City Chiefs. What a great team. Nashville coming in the clutch again, going up against the Patriots, unfortunately for them. Yeah, what do you got?
Titans pulled off the upset. Kudos to them. But they're playing the Patriots. They're playing the guys that are always playing at this time of year. They're playing against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Yeah, there's a lot of turmoil, supposedly, allegedly.
Doesn't matter.
But exactly, I think it's all bullshit for the most part. I don't think most of it's real. And I think those two, you tell me Brady's fed up of Belichick, Belichick's fed up of Brady. They've won 5 rings. They're both at the tail ends of their careers. They're both getting there in age. They're telling me these guys can't handle a few months, maybe a few years more of each other. Of course they could, because they know they could win for another few years. Patriots, easy.
I would say Titans do have a shot because there is a big hole in the Patriots defense, and I mean there are big holes, but if they do have one, it'd be their running game, their running defense, I should say. Sorry. But knowing Belichick, he'll find some way to, scheme it, make sure to cover it up, and force Mariota to probably throw the ball, which, I mean, he did pretty good at in Kansas City, but to be honest, if you go, was it 21-3 against Kansas City? If you do that against New England, they won't be like Kansas City wasting possessions. They'll kill you. I don't know. I just see the Titans going down early, having like a middle surge, but the Patriots running away with it in the fourth quarter, as they usually do. Patriots for me.
Yeah, well, it's in New England, so we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting, though. Next game. Alright, next up, we got the Sunday matchup. AFC, Jaguars at Steelers. Jags won a snoozer. Blake Bortles played like Blake Bortles, but in the end they got the win. That's all that really matters. Their defense stepped up and played really well. Mind you, they did play the Bills. So, who do you got?
Well, earlier in the season, the Jags destroyed the Steelers. Yeah, it was just a destruction. Big Ben,
Oh, that was the 5-interception game?
Yeah, that was a garbage game. In Pittsburgh, also. In Pittsburgh. But that was, I think, around October, September. This is January. Jaguars are a warm weather team. Pittsburgh is not a warm weather team. They are used to this climate. They're used to throwing in this climate. They're used to playing hard-nosed football. I will say Jaguars do definitely have a chance here. I heard that some Steelers are really overlooking them, and I know Mike Tomlin's going to deny it, but I know some Steelers are. So maybe they're going to overlook them and they'll play into Jaguars' favor. I just don't see it happening. I got the Steelers winning this. I think they're going to go, go 26, Le'Veon Bell for the majority of the game, and try to use play action. Maybe do a couple to tight ends or something like that. But the Jaguars do have a good defense. I think it will be a good slug match, and but I got the Steelers.
Yeah, I got the Steelers too. It's going to be interesting because I think the Jags are actually going to put up a bit of a fight, but good luck beating the Steelers twice in Pittsburgh, especially when you're an extremely unexperienced team like the Jaguars versus an extremely experienced team like the Steelers. So we're heading for another AFC Championship match, Patriots and Steelers. So it's going to be interesting again. This is what playoff football is all about, but we'll see what happens next game.
All right, and so for our final matchup of the divisional round, for the NFC, we got what I deem to be the best matchup of the playoffs so far. This is potentially. This is the New Orleans Saints heading into Minnesota to play the Vikings, who are also well rested and also playing at a high level. What do you got?
I'm going to pick the Saints. I believed in them. I really like them. They played really well last week. I think both teams are probably equally unexperienced overall. but the Drew Brees, Sean Payton factor is not enough for anything. Like, they're just too good together. Drew Brees is such a good quarterback, probably the most underrated quarterback ever. The guy is top 10 quarterback of all time, easily. He has the numbers and the stats to prove it, and he's won a Super Bowl, and he could very well win another one this year. So Vikings have had a good run, but I really see Case Keenum hitting that huge wall, especially now, and I see their inexperience hitting it twice as hard. So Saints for me.
This is kind of like an iffy matchup, just because the Vikings have a tendency of just having heartbreakingly, choking games and just torturing that fan base in Minnesota. But even without that, I'm going to go with the Vikings. I just think that they're a better overall team than the Saints. I think that there are those two wide receivers for the Vikings will definitely be able to stretch the field. The Saints' defense has improved, but it's nowhere near as good as the Vikings' defense. And this time of year, defense rules. The Vikings' defense is, in my opinion, a top 3 defense in the league. They could stop the run. They could pass rush. They could, cover very well. Xavier Rhodes, Harrison Smith, Linval Joseph, Kendricks, all those guys. They're just so good together. Mike Zimmer will prepare them well. I don't know. It should be a good matchup because I do think the Saints have probably the most confidence out of all these teams left, like just riding that wave of confidence. But I just see the Vikings pulling out a win in close fashion. But honestly, whoever wins this is going to be a very dangerous team.
Well, there's a lot of measuring sticks going forward, especially in the NFC.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens, guys. That's been it for our picks here in the divisional round. We're probably wrong. At least I hope he is for my matchup. But enjoy the matchup ahead, guys. It should be interesting. Please smash that like button, not video. Subscribe if you haven't. Share the video with your friends. We appreciate the love. And put your picks down in the comments below so we can laugh with and at each other. Because it's always funny to hear stupid shit. So yeah, guys, enjoy the matchups ahead. We'll see you all next week for the AFC and NFC Championship matchup picks. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be something brand new, hopefully, for the most part. So we'll see you then, guys. Take care. Enjoy the week and enjoy your football. We'll see you then.